Are you dreaming of owning your cozy townhouse in a typical Spanish village? Maybe a romantic finca or cortijo in the countryside, or luxury apartment on the coast for your own holiday and maybe for rental. If you have serious plans to turn this dream into reality, remember that the Spanish buying process looks quite different than in Northern Europe, and you have to deal with a different language, laws and customs. Since this financial investment is likely to be one of the biggest in your life, you would do well and watch this video with 10 legal tips for a problem-free, stress-free and, above all, safe purchase. After all, these of course have a quite different perspective than the sales information of your real estate agent. My name is Ariane van Wijk, and in 2006 I emigrated to sunny Andalusia. Since 2013 I enjoy working in a Spanish law firm specialized in real estate and inheritance law, and in this job I assist mainly foreign clients. Also, I have bought a house myself twice, so I speak both from professional and personal experience, and therefore know exactly which problems and cultural differences foreign buyers encounter in Spain. In this video and on my website liveinandalusia.com, I give general information. Every Spanish purchase, however, always requires an individual legal assessment based on the documentation and the current registrations, additional information from external parties such as government agencies, the town hall and often an architect, as well as the individual circumstances and wishes of the buyer and seller. It's good to know the most important points in which the Spanish process is different from what you're probably used to. First of all, the Spanish notary and real estate agent have a more limited role in the process and are not concerned with the legality of the house, any potential debts, or the various payments during the process. That is why it's common to hire a lawyer or a solicitor who conducts a legal investigation and represents you during the process from the reservation until the final balance meeting. Secondly, in Spain you have to deal with two separate authorities for registering real estate, the land registry and the cadastre. These have different functions and often their data does not match, especially in rural areas. Your lawyer should assess whether any changes are necessary before, during or after the purchase. Thirdly, the 17 autonomous states within Spain each have their own laws, taxes and institutions. Many potential clients contact our law firm with the happy news that they have bought a house and now need a lawyer, when in reality they only mean that they have reached a verbal price agreement. However, realize that the house is not yours until the purchase deeds at the notary have been signed. Neither the reservation contract nor the private purchase contract can oblige anybody to buy or sell a house. Nevertheless, you can lose your amounts paid up to that point, miss out on your dream home, or end up buying a house with legal problems or debts. There are many anxious buyers who will sign any contract or even title deeds for a sale that are shoved under their nose without even a doubt, which obviously is not wise. On the other hand, there are also people who are too scared by wild cowboy stories on the internet, and that's not necessary either. Surely you can safely buy a house in Spain as long as you know what you're doing. So just take some time to watch this important video to the end to be aware of all aspects in the buying process that you need to pay attention to. On liveinandalusia.com you can then find more detailed information about every subject. Tip number 1. Hire a specialized and independent lawyer. The only professional who can correctly interpret the information and documentation of a property is a lawyer with experience in real estate law, and therefore not the real estate agent nor a gestor, who's like an accountant. So please do not try to save on these legal fees. If there are things really wrong with your purchase, then your financial loss will be way worse. Tip number 2. Find your own real estate agent. In the province of Málaga, on the Costa del Sol, the buyers usually don't pay any real estate commission. The seller, on the other hand, pays 5% plus VAT, and if there are two different agents involved, they just share the commission. It's therefore wise that you find your own good purchase agent who represents your interests. Tip number 3. Negotiate the DAFO costs for rural properties. If you are planning to buy a countryside house, a cortijo or a finca, within Andalusia, then take into account that these have a different legal status. And because in principle, the Junta de Andalucía does not allow building, reforming or renovating in rustico. For a few years now, it has been possible to get the current legal situation on paper by the town hall through a DAFO certificate. It's not mandatory to buy or sell with a DAFO, but sooner or later you will have to face these costs, and these are easily about 6,000 to 12,000 euros. Tip number 4. Check your first occupation license for RTA rental. Do you want to rent out your new Andalusian home to tourists? Start a B&B maybe, or just rent out a few rooms? Well, in that case, you need a RTA rental license from the Registro de Turismo de Andalucía. With a corresponding RTA number, you can register on the well-known rental websites. Legal tip number 5. Count with 6 to 8 weeks for the binding mortgage offer of the bank. Since the law changed in 2019, the Spanish mortgage process takes significantly longer, and this causes problems now with the parallel purchase process. Many sellers are willing to sign a reservation contract subject to mortgage, but not the private purchase contract. Tip number 6. Check financial, legal and practical differences if you buy a new build construction. Most real estate agents correctly tell you that you pay VAT over a new construction purchase from a developer instead of the cheaper ITP transfer tax. However, what they often don't tell you is that in addition to the VAT, you also pay AGD or stamp duty. Tip number 7. Be critical of black money deals or furniture tricks. Unfortunately, it's still a problem for some home buyers that they are put under pressure by the seller with black money deals in order to save his capital gain tax. Despite of the fact that you at the moment would save some ITP transfer tax, there are still a number of important disadvantages. Tip number 8. Ask your lawyer about the community of owners and the urbanization. Spanish lawyers normally request a certificate from the community of owners to guarantee that the seller has no outstanding debts, but often they do not conduct further research into the community itself. This is quite a complicated and substantive theme, especially if there are debts or additional future expenses which already have been approved in the annual meeting. Tip number 9. Think about potential technical risks in terms of a structural survey, hidden defects and home insurance. It's always possible to hire an architect to conduct a structural survey for your new property. And for an amount of 500 to 600 euros, this certainly can't hurt. You can ask him specific questions, such as what could be the cause of these damp spots, or do these cracks in the wall indicate an architectural problem? Tip number 10. Are you a non-married couple or a Spanish resident owner? Then you will probably need a last will. After the transfer at the notary, your lawyer takes care of the correct registrations, the tax payments, the transfer of the service contracts, and setting up your new direct debits. Your lawyer will probably also check your situation in terms of future inheritance law. So, these were my 10 legal tips for a safe property purchase in Spain, according to the current standards, laws and regulations. You can always ask me for a sample quote for all legal costs and taxes regarding a purchase in Andalusia, or for a reference for a good real estate agent in this area. Also, you can find more detailed information on liveinandalusia.com. Thank you for watching and very good luck in finding your dream home in Andalusia.